Well, hello everyone to our second live stream of the month. Can you believe it? We went for like 4 months.
What's going on?
We went for like 4 months without any live stream at all. That's okay.
I'm
and
just
now
trying
we're
to
here.
keep you respectful during this. So this side,
What?
this is my black card.
Yeah, I've
and
heard.
my badge.
I've
And I
heard about
thought,
the black card.
isn't today's a big day? It's a religious day. I mean, so I want you to.
Is it?
Yes.
And you're a trained professional.
Exactly. I mean, being Good Friday, I think the fact that I'm clergy, you ought to be. I don't know what you ought to be, but you ought to be something more to me than you've been in the past. So there it is.
Okay. Let's see. So yeah, welcome everyone to the live stream today. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask. There's a couple of things I wanted to do in today's live stream. That's why I went live. First of all, we got contacted by a company called Dry Robe. Have you ever heard of them? Dry Robe?
Dry Robe?
Yeah.
Is that those big gowns when you get on a boat and people
I think
are
so.
freezing?
They're pretty awesome.
Those things. I'm so jealous when people put those on and I'm freezing.
I guess they watch one of our reviews and they were like, we want to send you guys some stuff so you can review it. So the box arrived a couple days ago. I haven't opened it, so I don't know what's in it.
You think?
I hope so.
Those are amazing. They will be with me on our next boat dive trip.
Before we open it up, though,
that's what it is.
I'll just say for people watching, they know this already, that we are completely impartial. We don't care that we got free stuff. We're going to review it and then tell exactly how we feel about it.
Of course. Yeah. I'd rather not get it if they don't want that.
Exactly.
But
let's see. Don't do any more of the crazy conspiracy videos.
Why?
What conspiracy videos?
What's wrong with that? Please don't do any more videos. Stick to your dive theme platform. Well, that is a part of our dive platform.
This is part of
day one, actually.
That's part of what I'm mentioning. That people are saying you shouldn't be talking because you don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to religious stuff.
But
what they don't know,
they didn't know that
you are,
according to the Universal Life Church, I do have a leg to stand on.
Huh?
Now what?
So
now what do you got to say?
You gotta.
So
you gotta respect the authority.
Maybe we do. I want to stick to the conspiracy, but the thing, by them saying it's conspiracy, in itself is already a challenge, right? I don't think it's a conspiracy.
Okay.
Now see what I'm saying?
This
see,
is why people
don't
want us talking about this. I will say that.
Wow, thank you.
One more
by
thing.
the way, Raymond, for saying that. Everybody needs to hit the like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. One more thing I wanted to add is that we have a few rooms left for the meetup.
Oh, cool.
And I want people to jump on that because I think we have 2 more weeks. And if we don't have people coming to the meetup, then those rooms will be open to regular people to come. And I would love to have the entire resort just be Dive Talk people. So
tell them how. Where do they sign up? And
so divetalkmeetup.com is the website for you to register. And what we're going to do is we have some spots open for the Try-Go sessions. That's typically like $100 and something because, we're spending money to bring the goes there and the sorb and all that stuff. So if people register for those final rooms, we'll just let them do the Try-Go for free.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice. Awesome.
Can't discount them anymore because that money goes to the resort, but we can do our stuff for free. So
very cool.
Let's do that.
And not only that, we have amazing speakers. I have to tell you, if you haven't been to one of our meetups, it's just phenomenal to all be together, all dive together, all learn from each other during diving, during the evenings we hang out and talk, we eat together. And the speakers, I mean, one of them is Rick Stanton. I mean, he led the Thai rescue. So we have world-class speakers. So in the evenings, we get great presentations, and we give away a massive amount of stuff every year, including rebreathers.
70, I think we had 71 or 7. It was more than 70 prizes that we gave away last year.
Orca torch lights, rebreathers. I mean, really good stuff. So come. We would love to dive with you. This is a great way to be able to do that.
Okay, so before we open this Dry Robe box, you have that rash guard.
I see Terry is saying spirit animal. That I'm your spirit animal?
No, you're nobody's spirit animal.
You didn't add Woody is my spirit. Okay, let me open it.
So the rash guard, I think this was sent to us by Effe. Effe sent us this. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that was Efe. That's from our merch shop.
Wow, the first thing on top of the box is
DiveTalkShop.com. Yeah. So this is
let's see what this is.
a rash guard with the
It's
Go
pink,
logo
so
on it.
you're not getting it no matter what it is.
Correct. I don't want it.
I mean, you want it, but I'm not. Oh,
Look at that.
wow.
That's cool, huh?
Boom. So you should look at this because underwater in the entire meetup in Roatan.
Now,
And
I just
what's
gave
the
you that,
back
but I
say?
wonder if that's Terry's. Now that I think
God.
of it.
Terry. Thank you, Terry.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't think she's
I
gonna
think
ever
that's
see
for
it, though.
Terry.
Oh,
Oops.
Terry, we could share. This is nice. I'm gonna really enjoy it.
Yeah. Maybe I
Considering
hope
that
it's for you, but it's purple, so I don't know.
I did help be one of the first people ever to
Oops.
dive the dive taco. Wow, I really like it. But no, it's
Oh,
serious.
Terry says she has hers, so that's yours.
Okay, I would have
never
I would
mind.
have given it to you just so you know. But I'm glad it's not yours. Okay,
Uh,
now we'll go to the bigger box.
Let's see. So yeah, let's get.
Cut it with? I mean,
Do you
do you happen to have a knife handy?
do you think I have a knife in here? So you want to open it yourself? Here, let me give you a knife that you won't.
Let me use a knife for once.
All right, just be careful.
I mean,
Here.
look at these things. This little thing?
Yeah, just I'll give
You got to be careful with this.
Just take that little one.
Look at that little. It's a baby.
Okay,
knife.
well that's
Give me
that's
that big boy
perfect to
knife.
open that
Give me
box.
that big boy knife.
You don't. You're coming to Honduras? Yeah, of course. We're going to Roatan in July to August, July 23rd to August 2nd, I believe are the dates. But yeah, definitely sign up. DiveTalkMeetup.com. We still have a few rooms left, and you get to try the rebreather for free. Yeah, love this knife. Look at this thing. Well, let me get it close. People don't see that this is Damascus. Damascus. Look at that beauty. Hold on. Yeah, it is awesome. What are you? Okay, hold on.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna give you yours.
People
Obviously, look
people
at
cannot
this.
hear what you're saying because you're not on the microphone, but they can see that. It's this. Okay, so this one is mine. That's awesome. All right, there you go. We got this thing. Hold on, we gotta open it.
Look at this. Wow.
We gotta open
I
this.
am. When I'm on the boat, which you usually see me shivering,
Yeah.
and I'm always the people that immediately
Wow.
get into these, I'm so jealous.
Look at this thing.
Oh, and feel it. The material. These things are like waterproof.
Ah.
Wow.
Dry robe. Thank you so much for sending these to us. We will be testing them and providing our opinion on them.
Now, one opinion that I'm gonna have to say is, so I'm gonna have one suitcase for the dry
man,
robe.
look at the inside of this thing. Hold
Look,
on.
one
people.
suitcase for the dry robe because think about it, we gotta pack it. You gotta pack
And
this.
this
thing.
is just to tell people because they're gonna go to the website and find this out. Hold on, my phone.
Oh my gosh. Beauty.
Okay, this is. Let's see, what kind of robe is this one?
Actually,
The dark gray orange, advanced long sleeve V3 version 3, I guess. I don't know. So dry robe, advanced long sleeve, dark gray orange. That's what I'll be. That's what I'll be testing. Put it on. Let's see what it looks like.
well, I need it. It's freezing in here.
It's not. It's not
Look at
freezing.
this.
Okay.
So now let me feel what it's like to finally be warm in the studio.
All right. Let's see.
may
Will you
be-
ever come to Norway? I hope so. I want to go to Norway.
Dude, look at this. How it has
Oh.
cuffs, pockets. But you just wrap up in this after you're on the boat.
Hold on. Let me put you on full screen here. Well, they can only see like your belt.
Give me a second. We'll get it all together. I can just imagine being in this on the boat.
All right.
ride.
So Woody's putting this on.
These are amazing.
Let's see what else. Any other questions?
You gotta be powerful to zip it. Hold on, I don't want to mess it up on day one. Here we go.
You're sipping and everything.
Going full blown dry rip.
All right, hold on. People are gonna see this. Wow, dude, that thing is awesome.
You're just on the boat ride back, watching everybody freeze. My hands
Wow.
going the pockets are totally lined.
Okay.
Like
They're gonna feel like Dry Robe is paying us.
They
Didn't give us a single dollar, but they sent us the free rope. So let's just assume that we didn't buy these. They sent them to us.
And by the way, this is what it feels like in the studio. You would want to wear this.
That's not true.
Oh, my boat ride back is so happy. You will see this at the meetup. For sure, without a doubt.
Yeah, you're bringing that thing is huge, and the meetup is 100 degrees out there.
This will be my third suitcase.
Oh my god, dude, that is insane. You're not gonna see mine at the meetup. No way. No way. It's 1,000,000 degrees out there.
Not on the boat. What about the breeze on the boat ride back? It drops down to like
Perfect.
85.
I'm taking stuff off. I'm not putting stuff on.
At 85 with a cold breeze.
I mean, just there's no cameras allowed on the boat, and I'm taking stuff off. This is the way it works.
Great. I really love these. I'm not joking. I've wanted one for a long time. So anyway, this is mine, and I love it.
Okay, let's see. Hi from Nova Scotia. That's in Canada, right? Nova Scotia. Yeah. Well, why am I asking you? Hello. To Canada. He's ready for Electric Forest. I don't even know what that is. Woody will find a way to wear it out. Yeah, he will. He likes to wear that.
I
Let's
can't even
see.
hardly focus. I'm just.
You're so warm.
I finally feel good in your house. It's nice.
Now my wife is on the live stream. I think
What?
she's commenting. It can be good. I don't even see her comments, but
Wow. Maybe
you can wear my robe.
Her first appearance.
There. Now that you're watching, you can borrow it.
Not mine.
Let's see. Hello from North. What? Is that a place? Twillingate? Is that a real place? No. I feel like a lot of people are making stuff up on the channel to get a shout. Yeah, Woody, you're falling asleep. People are saying that's true. You're so comfortable. It is not Arctic in the office. Right now it's 75 degrees in here. 75.
Which is why I'm wearing
That
this.
is blazing
Look
hot.
at this.
So you talked about all the features of the robe.
I mean, big pockets. It's long, goes all the way down below my knees.
Yeah.
It's pretty. What's it say here? Exo Series Advanced Performance. That's what this one says right here.
Advanced performance, yeah. That's nice. Let's see. Hi guys, Gary from Poland.
Don't ask
Love
to
Poland.
use mine. Don't ask. I'm going to answer you now. Don't ask. The answer's no.
I don't want yours. I'm happy with what I have. We gotta find a way to like put the Dive Talk logo on them. I feel like would be cool.
That would be like on this side,
or on the sleeve, like on the side. You know,
that'd be really
that'd be cool.
These are great. Okay,
Woody, they're asking if you're colorblind. Are you colorblind?
Yes.
You're colorblind?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. Why are people asking if you're colorblind? That's weird. The rope looks great. Hello from Saudi Arabia. Look at that.
Nice.
I wish we met you guys when you were here. Yeah, me too.
It was great.
And I would love to go back.
It was amazing there.
I would love to go back. I hope we get invited
the food
back.
alone. I mean, how good is the food there?
Do you think they realized the mistake of inviting us, fire whoever was responsible for it, so we'll never be back? Or
well, considering the PhD professor got like a standing
who
applause,
invented
and that
wheat.
After you and I spoke, we heard crickets.
Yeah. I love
Thinking we're
during
not
the
invited.
introduction. For the people who haven't watched this, by the way, I'll just do a quick recap here. So last year, Woody and I got invited by the MIT of Saudi Arabia, like the most prestigious doctorate and technical university for sure in Saudi Arabia. It might be the whole Middle East. Okay. Very prestigious university. They invited us to be panelists in a discussion. And during the intro, by the way, I was in Saudi Arabia. I still couldn't believe that they invited us. But during the introduction, Woody and I are like, we're divers. And then the guy next to us was like, I invented 72 strands of wheat that currently feed billions of people around the world.
And I won like a Nobel Peace Prize for it.
And we're like,
And I'm like, hi, I'm Woody.
And I breathe underwater. Yeah, that's what I do. That's my talent.
And he was so inspiring. Like, he was like, you, the future generation, are going to save everything.
Feed the
and
humankind.
then I get on and I'm like, it's the reefs are gone and destroyed.
Yeah, we're working in the nitrox class. That's what I said.
we're done. But we got our one visit to Saudi, to the kingdom.
That was nice.
And it was awesome. It was really awesome. Yeah, happy Easter.
We're hoping to list more stuff on the merch store. That's what I said. And the guy is like, I'm feeding starving people in Africa. He wasn't even close. So I think all those people got fired. They invited us. And we'll never be back. So we'll see.
It was awesome.
Thank you for the invitation, by the way. We'll forever be grateful.
Have you guys
see people? Mark Taylor saying, "Gus, I thought you were a PhD." I know people think this.
I know. It is shocking that he's not.
I have to continuously dispel the misinformation. It's fake news. I'm not. I sound like it, but I'm not.
Have you guys dived at Fathom 5 before? I
No.
have not. Thank you, Sarah. Happy Passover. Happy Easter. And just happy days.
I will say, though, because Mo is saying that we're welcome in Saudi Arabia, that we're talking to people there to see if we can do some kind of like mini dive talk meetup with the local Saudi divers.
Yeah.
And see if we can come back and dive with them for a few days like next year. So I hope, Mo getting the game, and hopefully we get to do a mini Saudi meetup in 2026. That would be awesome.
Yep. And what I also love about Saudi is it's finally a country where the climate and temperature is suitable for me. It's about 130 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit outside during the day. No joke. They don't even come out until night. It's crazy. You're like walking around in the giant malls at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and they're empty.
Yeah.
At 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 a.m., they're packed. They're like, well, we're sitting down to dinner. I'm like, it's midnight. Yeah, dinner time.
I know.
They reverse their schedule because it's just so hot.
But it's funny because we'll be walking out like 1 and say, where is everybody? Damn, it's hot. Like we're realizing it's like, oh, I know, I get it now. It's
they're
blazing
sleeping. They're like,
by the way, what was your favorite meal in Saudi Arabia? I'll put you on the spot.
I gotta think about it.
I'm gonna think about mine.
There was a bunch. I mean, I don't remember the specific one, but we were all sharing, and it had like that bread we were just pulling off in the middle of the table. The breakfast. You put that egg and tomatoes on that bread.
Yeah.
With hummus and all the. That was so good. Every bite, I was like, I inhaled, by the way. I don't know if you remember how much I ate that breakfast.
That was
I'm
good.
like, this is the perfect kind of food for me.
I know. We went to this breakfast place. We didn't film this. I wish we did.
So
but
good.
I always feel a little iffy about filming strangers. Like, if they don't know they're going to be on the video, I'm always like hesitant about it. Our friends, we filmed them and we put the video on Dive Talk. But strangers, we didn't. And we went to this place where nothing was in English. Everything was Arabic. All the menus, signs, everything. Like, clearly this was not for tourists. And we sat in there. Everyone was looking at us like we were like, what are these guys doing here? Like, I kind of blend in a little bit. You, not even a little bit. So everybody's just looking at us like, what are these guys? And then we have breakfast, like communal breakfast, like you mentioned. And it was so good. But I think my favorite meal was probably, we also did like a communal dinner type of thing, which is the first dinner we attempted to pay and they wouldn't let us pay, which was at the restaurant where we had that Turkish coffee that was like jet fuel.
It was awesome.
Dude, Turkish coffee is no joke.
You are flying after Turkish coffee.
Dude, I felt like I could run through walls.
Absolutely.
Like, right now, I'm ready to go. It was amazing. But yeah, it was cool.
They just care. They take pride in everything they do, especially in their food.
Yeah. What's your favorite diving spot in the U.S. West Coast? I've never dived on the West Coast, but I would say probably Hawaii. If I had to pick a spot, I would go to Hawaii.
Oh yeah, Hawaii.
Is that west
but on the West
enough?
Coast, California, I mean,
Yeah.
I've dove like the San Diego region a lot, and the reason I liked it is just because of the sea lions. They're a blast to watch, and they come and play with you, and they blow bubbles at you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cold though. Yes, Mickaball. I am Jewish.
Let's see.
I'm also clergy. I can hold up my badge if you want.
That's not. Don't.
Well,
You don't
I'm
have
clergy.
to.
I mean,
You don't have to.
no, I'm going.
Where are your favorite reefs in the Caribbean? I mean, I love diving everywhere in the Caribbean. Personally, I really like Cozumel because of the drift. It's like a conveyor belt. You just go down there and let the current take you. That's always awesome. But Bonaire was gorgeous. Roatan is awesome. They have, I think, the second biggest reef in the world.
Third,
after the Great Barrier
huge.
Reef.
It's
The
huge.
third? Okay, it's huge. So I'm excited. Where's the second? Do you know? Is it Galapagos? I don't.
No, definitely not Galapagos.
I don't know enough.
I'd have to pull it up, but it could be. I don't know, but for some reason I remember Rotan's third.
Okay. Somebody Google this and
Oh, I
put
wish
it
I
on
had
the
that
screen.
Turkish coffee right now.
Turkish coffee.
I'm
Dude, I bought a
literally
new
craving
coffee
it
machine.
right
Do you know?
You did?
Yeah.
Well,
It's a DeLonghi. It's
okay.
called.
So
It's
upstairs
legit.
before we leave,
Yeah.
fire it up.
Yeah.
So what is it?
I'll show you. It's
the real
legit.
coffee grains you put in it?
Yes. You put in the grounds
Ooh.
and the machine will grind it
Wow.
and it will it's legit.
Nice.
We'll try it upstairs. I've
Okay.
been drinking
It's
coffee
good for
every
you,
day.
by the way. They more and more.
I don't know if
people
it's
say
good
that.
for you, but
Oli,
okay, so
thank you for the super chat.
will Seuss ever come and dive with you? I hope so. So we've talked to Seuss because they've invited us to collaborate with them, which we're very grateful for, by the way. They're crazy guys, those Ukrainian guys. But of course, Ukraine is in the middle of a war, so that's really tough. And we've actually invited him to join us. Like, hey, why don't you come to the U.S.? We'll take you to Disney World. Imagine how insane it would be to take Seuss to Disney World. Like, he would scare all the kids. Anyway, so we've invited him, but he can't leave Ukraine. So hopefully.
Eric Gonzalez, so obviously related to Gus Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
guys.
Obviously.
This is a good one. Hey, guys. Fairly new diver, very interested on the Dive Talk Go. Perfect. New divers, you can dive it. Obviously, I have a long way to go. No. Before being ready, I'm 100% on board with it. I think the standards say if you have 25 dives, you can get certified on the Dive Talk Go. So
Yeah.
you're probably a lot closer than you think. That's what makes it so great. Thank you, Raymond, for
Yeah,
gifting
10
10 Dive
memberships.
Talk
That's
memberships.
awesome.
You're awesome. Cayman is beautiful. I like Little Cayman. That's a little gem there. The walls and the sponge belt, which is like a little bit below 200 feet, is just, oh my gosh, these are the biggest sponges I've ever seen.
To all of you who just became members, obviously thank Raymond for that, and thank you, Raymond, for gifting the membership. And now
cool.
go and watch our members-only video playlist. We have hours of videos only for members.
Yes.
One of my favorites is actually Mike Young doing a tour of all these cenotes in
was
Cozumel.
cool.
That was cool because you were on that trip. I didn't go on that trip. I don't remember why. But
Well, you weren't invited. Was one
that's
reason
okay.
why.
But anyway, the point is you went and did a tour, and you rode in scooters and got in all sorts of trouble
Oh
with
my
the
God,
police.
when they see that,
That's not in the video. but it's
I'm
behind
just
the
going to
scenes.
say we bribed our way out of what
you
the police told us. You're going to jail unless you pay us.
Yeah,
right now,
exactly.
And we paid them. And that's on one of the videos. You're right.
Yeah. What is a good open cave newbies can dive? Well, I mean, if you
Good
just
open
complete, what's a newbie? Like just finish your cave diving training,
Maybe
or
Peacock,
are you
right? Because it doesn't have
Yeah.
flow. I
in
kinda feel
Florida?
like that would be
Peacock
nicer.
is a nice cave for newbies, I guess, newbie cave divers. But by the time you're a newbie cave diver, you're already a good diver. I mean,
I
you're,
could dive
you're
any cave.
yeah.
Thanks, Bob, for gifting the Dive Talk membership.
Down in Lakeland. Good. Let's see.
That's cool. People do that.
Yeah, Bob from California just gifted a membership. That's awesome. Thank you, Bob. Could you give a rundown of the tiers of your membership options? Okay, so basically, a long time ago, we explored creating Patreon for the channel. The challenge with Patreon, which a lot of channels do, and the idea is to have enough funds by our fans, you guys, to go and film more videos. You know, it costs a lot of money to go on a trip anywhere and film. And we had subscribers that were like, yeah, we'll chip in some money so you guys can go and film more videos for us. So go ahead and do it. So I looked at Patreon, or we looked at Patreon, and what we found is that it's really hard to provide members only content and ways to reward members for helping us make more videos through Patreon. So we started the membership through YouTube. We don't have Patreon until to this day. We don't have it. So we added 3 tiers. One, because we understand that people work hard for their money. We don't expect people to go out of their way if they can't afford it to become our members. So we added a membership that is only $3 a month, and all you're doing is helping the channel. When you do memberships, by the way, Google or YouTube takes a lot of that money too. That's what people don't know. They think we get 100% of it, but it's a partnership. We're YouTube partners.
Yes.
So they take a lot of that. And we use some of that money again to go and make more content. So then the next level is, I believe, a $10 a month level. Those are the people that get early access to our videos. So like, for example, today we'll be releasing the video for next week. Yep. So you get early access to the videos. And then you have the final tier, which is $15 a month, is the Argonauts. And they get merch. So we've sent rash guards, we've sent mask straps, we've sent wet notes. So if we make a run, we have made runs of merch just for members, and we send it out. And sometimes it's a little scary, and it's a trust both ways, because we're sending $50 rash guards to people that are putting in $15 as a member, and we get it. It's a risk that we're willing to take. Luckily, we don't lose a lot of Argonaut members. They're really, really faithful to us, and they support the channel, and we're very thankful for that. Definitely. So that is kind of the rundown of the levels. All the levels, even the $3 level, which is Toad Dipper, get access to members only stuff. So you don't have to pay more to get access to members only content. Even the very first level gets access to that. The other levels just get early access to all of our stuff.
User 1 said, what's your opinion
and commercial free. Thank you, Yukon Sean, for adding that. You don't get ads.
What's your opinion about Suunto products? I heard from you just talking about Garmin and Shearwater. I used a Suunto dive computer for many years, and I went through 11 of them because 10 of them broke. No exaggeration. 11, 10 of them broke. They had to replace it 11 times. I don't think I'm diving that weird. I mean, I dive a lot.
Oh, you got it wet.
I'm like, I came up, I'm like, it's locked out.
Yeah.
And we can't fix it. We'll send you a new one.
Yeah.
So what ultimately happened with me, frankly, is that I just started only diving the Shearwater computers because of tech diving. And I almost always dive a rebreather now. I don't even know when the last time I did a ocean dive on open circuit.
Open circuit, yeah.
And they're so much better. And guess how many times my Shearwater computers have broke? Never.
Wow.
Ever.
They're awesome.
Believe me, I've done some radical dives on them. So
I will say.
So what I say to myself now is, for about the same money, right, why would you not buy a Shearwater? What would convince me to buy another computer? If it's dollar for dollar,
yeah.
What can they possibly have that Shearwater just isn't perfect at? And that's why I just dive the Shearwater.
Yeah.
And it enables me to grow to any level once I'm in a Shearwater computer. So I'm like, yet again, why would I buy another computer?
I get it. I understand.
I think people preference, but I like it so much better.
I enjoy Garmin mainly because of the activity tracking side of it. Shearwater doesn't do any of that, right? If it's pure diving, I would pick Shearwater over Garmin. I enjoy the user interface better. I enjoy that it's a no-nonsense, this is just for diving type of thing, and I can trust my life to it. Not that I wouldn't trust a Garmin computer, but Garmins are really good at doing everything else on top of diving. So that's why I wear a Garmin almost every day. I don't do it every day. I like to rotate. Like today, I'm wearing this Casio God tier watch, by the way. Some of my favorite watches are Casio. Really, really nice. I think I paid $11 for this watch. Totally worth it. It's amazing. But I agree with you that when it comes to just diving, sheer waters are awesome. I will say that my current Petrol 3, the non 4-pin Petrol 3, has a problem. I'm going to have to send it back.
And you're either going to get it quickly fixed or a totally new one.
And the problem is it's not reading any of the air integration. Like, it just doesn't work. Stop working.
Strange.
I don't know why. I sent it back because they did a recall. I don't know if you remember with the battery compartment, there was something.
Yes.
I sent it back, came back. None of the air integration works. I've turned it off, turned it back on, put the sensors back in, take them. Like, I tried everything I could. Doesn't work.
Not user error, though.
I hope not.
Okay. By the way, thank you for the super chat. I think it was from Don. It scrolled up.
Yeah, I'll scroll up. You can scroll up too with your keyboard.
Don, hey guys, long time viewer of the videos, first time.
Thank you for all the great
content.
content.
Thank you,
Don.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. It's nice to get those comments. Really is.
Yeah. Got a question about Dive Talk Academy. I'm almost ready for Nitrox score, but currently you only have level 1, whereas SSI has different levels. Should I wait? I'm not sure what you mean by that. The SSI Nitrox class certifies you up to 40% Nitrox. Our class goes to 50%.
I think he's waiting for the advanced Nitrox class.
Yeah, but that's the compression
which
procedures.
we have filmed.
Yeah,
by the way,
we have to release, which will be the next level up. But now at that level, you're getting into technical diving. We're doing multiple bottles. You're doing decompression stops. It goes way beyond that. If you're a recreational diver, I would take our Nitrox course.
That takes you
no
to
questions
any
asked.
level of Nitrox diving, recreational Nitrox diving that any agency's Nitrox class.
Well, agencies go to 40%. We decided to talk up to 50% because it's a common
So
mix.
I'm saying that I don't understand that question, Bob. Ours definitely, absolutely takes you to any of the levels that an SSI Nitrox class would take. Now we are adding an advanced Nitrox class, but that's different. That's technical diving.
Loving the scuba diving questions. Let's see. So, what are your thoughts on NAUI? I'm about to go through the VA to get instructor certified through NAUI. Previously
really
qualified through up to rescue through Patty.
Great materials, great agency, been around a long time,
agency,
even before Patty, I believe. But I would just focus on your shop and your instructor.
I will just say that NAUI is as good as SSI, Patty, whatever. They all follow the same standards. It's the same thing. If you want quality, focus on the instructor and the shop, not the agency. Let's see, what else? Is it best to do Patty Tech 40 to 50 here and then cave diving course in Mexico, or combine all the courses and do 0 to full or 0 to hero as is known at once? Well, there's two separate things, you know. Diving deep, which is Tech 40, Tech 50, is separated from cave diving training. I don't know if the question is, and I do get this question once in a while, is it better to get cave certified here or in Mexico? Here is, I'm just using Florida. Here in the U.S. Versus Mexico, I would say they both have their own pros and cons. I think that people that learn how to dive in Mexico will be exposed to a lot more chaos in terms of navigation, best practices, whatever. It seems to be the Wild West. Every time we go to Mexico, it's like, I don't know what to expect. I'm going to bring my own line and my own stuff because who knows what's there. Whereas here in Florida, you will be exposed to more chaos in terms of elements, more flow, more deeper caves. You know, typically caves in Mexico are more shallow, no flow, more forgiving, but then more prone to silt outs because there's no flow. So they both have pros and cons. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. You may have a different opinion. I think if you learn how to cave dive in Florida, you can dive anywhere.
Yep.
That's my opinion.
I was going to say that. I mean, Florida caves are tough to dive in.
Yeah.
So that's great, because if you can lay line in the Florida caves, man, you're going to really find it to be much easier to do in the Mexico caves.
Somebody showed me.
Also, though, I would come back to even something more important. Who do you want your cave dive instructor to be? There really is a huge difference. I mean,
there's the Bahamas.
Giant difference. You got the Bahamas. You got, so focus on, that. I mean, who do you want your cave dive instructor to be? Are you going to be diving with the same group of people that also got trained by that instructor? I think that's even more important than the elements.
Correct. But I I saw a video. Somebody showed me a video. We didn't react to it, but somebody showed me a video on their phone of somebody who was cave certified in Mexico. And then they came to Florida and they tried to go to Jug Hole and they couldn't put the primary line in. Like they struggled so much with the flow that they were like just trying and like trying to wrap it in a rope. But like they had to keep it, whatever. They tried like 3 times and then they quit. They were like, forget it. You do it. And they gave it to the Florida cave diver to go do it. Now I get it. Somebody watching that got certified in Mexico will be like, that guy is an idiot, doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, you're a better diver, probably. But the point is, when you get used to diving in Mexico with no flow and you're perfectly still and take your time to do the ties, and then you go to somewhere like Jug Hole, which is a river going at your face,
so hard.
You will struggle.
Definitely.
That's for sure. Or Manatee or any of those caves with tons of flow. But yeah, a place that people don't talk much about for cave diving training is the Bahamas. You have Christina Senato there. We have Brian Kaycock there.
Amazing. Like, and they're beautiful.
Best caves in the world. Some of the best instructors in the world.
I got certified in the Abaco
Bahamas with
Brian Kaycock.
Yeah, Bahamas are great.
And man, you know, he really makes sure you have really good buoyancy and trim because he doesn't want you damaging those crystals.
Exactly. What can you say about GUE Cave 1 certification? I want to become a better diving. What is it? I don't know. Phase the course and face the course, I guess. And who knows? Maybe I love cave diving as well. Yeah, I mean, again, GUE is just like the other agencies. Your experience will vary based on the instructor in the shop. However, GUE puts more emphasis than regular agencies, I'm talking about like PADI, SSI, etc., on instructor quality. They have higher standards when it comes to certifying instructors. That's not a secret. And a lot of those DIR agencies, as they're known, like GUE and UTD and ISC, Interspace Explorers, they put a lot more emphasis on quality of instructors. They put their instructors to the test. So more likely for you to have a great experience with a GUE instructor than a random instructor from a recreational agency, I would say. But that doesn't mean that all GUE instructors are amazing, best class ever, or that all recreational instructors are terrible. That's not true either. So do your research. But I'm sure it will be great. You know, Cave 1 certification sounds awesome. The Baywatch team that went cave diving with snorkels has its benefits. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, we reacted to a video like that in the past.
It's just, my eyes are really getting heavy, and I just want to take a nap right here.
With the rope, yeah.
Let me just take a little quick nap. 10 seconds.
Let's see.
Oh, so comfortable.
Can you talk a little about navigation underwater? I mean, no, you cannot talk a little about navigation. It's a long topic. I want to dive the cavern at Jug Hole. Love the photos with the sunlight and how it comes through. Garrett, I think Garrett's going to be at the meetup, by the way. I think you'll probably be, I don't know if disappointed is the right word, but I think you're going to be like, that was a lot of, diving Jug Hole is a lot of work for the little payoff unless you're diving the cave, in my opinion. I think it's a lot of work just to do the cavern. But I understand if you really want to do it, get after it. Just do the work. Enjoy the work.
I mean, I will say, Bob from California, navigation underwater, you're going to learn how to use either instrument navigation, natural navigation, or the best is the combination of both, where you combine your instruments, compass, dive computer, with the natural navigation. And you learn how to use those two things hand in hand to navigate underwater and ultimately typically get back to the boat.
I will
Cave
show.
diving is completely different on navigation.
I gotta show something. Hold on.
Cave diving is all about line work and arrows, so you're not going to be able to learn. Cave diving navigation has nothing to do with like open water navigation. That's basically the big difference.
I want to show him this.
Kylie, that's sweet of you to say. I know. I mean, if you were wearing this jacket, Kylie, you would be wanting to take a nap and just cuddle up right here next to me and nap it out together, probably. I'm just saying.
Okay, so talking about navigation, this is why you can't really talk quickly about navigation. Is the question that I get the most about navigation is, can you use GPS navigation on the water? The short answer is not really. because
Never seen
GPS doesn't go through water. So none of your GPS navigators, even if it was waterproof, like the Garmin watch that I wear, who's a GPS navigator, will work because he cannot establish connection with the satellite. However, there are some computers and some inventions that have come up that allow for that to happen.
It shoots that thing
One
up.
of them is our DPVs, the Seacraft DPVs, have a console called the ENC3. Doesn't matter. But anyway, it's a computer that looks like this. And as you can see, it has navigation. Now, you may ask, well, how come that computer can do GPS navigation underwater? And the short answer is it can't, but it can shoot a buoy to the surface and have this cable connected to the computer and read GPS on the surface. So like this will be in the surface of the water. Imagine that floating, and this thing right here captures the satellite, and you can do GPS navigation on the water.
We've never used it, by the way, but it would be fun to try that.
Yeah, and maybe we should make a video of it if we can.
That'd be really cool to try. What's the
so they sell two versions of this. One is 30 feet long, which is this one, and you see it's a lot of wire, and then one is 100 feet.
Wow.
But I have to assume that being on a trigger with 100 foot of wire all the way to the surface, dude, that's gotta be insane. Yeah, that's gotta be hard.
You're gonna feel that thing pulling you.
Now, what I think they're trying to do is that that's not how you're supposed to use it. This is just me being not very informed about all of the capabilities. But I think what you're supposed to do is you shoot these to the surface, capture satellite, reorient yourself to where you're going, and then pull it back and reel it back down, and then go. That's what I think you're supposed to do, is shoot it up, capture the signal. Okay, we're here. Let's go this way. Reel it back and then go. Yeah.
Could be fun. Fun to try for sure. Bring it. Oh, well, we're not bringing our DPVs to Roatan.
No. But, at least not so. I mean, that's a lot of stuff, dude.
I know.
All right, so let's wrap this up. I hope you are enjoy the little show and tell. But yeah, we got that going. People said they didn't know they were in the same room.
Yep.
We are in the same room.
Woody, I thought we had a special thing together, but you want to snuggle with Kylie. You liked my compliments about you and your hats, whatever happened to our love.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm ready right now to just get on, call Cuddly Emily. Just from you saying that, like, get on it. We could just go, look at this. This thing's huge. Easy second person comes in this thing.
Yeah. Somebody said Compass beats all. No.
Yeah, I like Compass.
No, it's cool, but it doesn't. But yeah, you're in South Florida, and you look at the plot of the wrecks, and it says there's a wreck here, and then this many degrees that way, there's another wreck or whatever, and then you add current. Okay,
right.
So you set your compass in whatever compass course you start swimming, and the current is pushing you. There's no chance you're gonna find that wreck. All right, not as easy as let me follow my compass and get to the wreck, because you have to deal with the current
as well. You have to. You have to compensate for the fact that it's blowing you.
Exactly.
So you're kind of traveling like this. Yeah, you're in the same heading, but you're also blowing off heading. But the compass is showing that you're moving in the same direction.
Exactly.
So now all of a sudden, you're way off course. And we, by the way, have Gus and I ever done that? It ended up just on sand.
Never.
Looking at each other like, I don't think this is where we're supposed to be. And you got no chance of getting back, by the way. You can't fight that and get back to that wreck. You'll never beat that current. Your dive's over.
Yeah, forget it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're gonna cut it here, but we had some time, and we figured let's just do a live stream. And thank you all for all the memberships you gifted, and for those of you who upgraded your membership to Argonaut, our highest level, during this call. We appreciate that. Don't forget, divetalkmeetup.com for the last few rooms that we have available. Free try go session if you book your room.
And my new...
Let's fill up the resort. Let's do it.
Dry robe that you'll now see in every video. Because it's so comfortable.
He's still happy with the dry robe. We'll see you on the next one, guys.